Ephesians, Ephesians chapter 1, verse 6. To the praise of the glory of his grace, wherein he hath made us accepted in the beloved, in whom we have redemption through his blood, the forgiveness of sins, according to the riches of his grace, wherein he hath abounded towards us in all wisdom and prudence. I'd like to give all prayers and honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Rachar, Dawadi Abashim Yahushua, for giving us the apostles and the elders of great millstone who deserve double honors, rightfully so. Shalom to the Aki and pushing the word in sincerity and truth and being faith-based and being prepared for what is to come. And what is to come? Race wars, famine, concentration camps, the R5D chip, which is the mark of the beast, 200 million missiles hitting the soils of America simultaneously. The chariots of the Lord lifting up the hopeful elect into the chambers. Simultaneously, the chariots of the Lord shooting laser beams at the ungodly and the heathens, rightfully so. As usual, getting ready to go to the plantation. Gotta put that work in too. Try to multitask. As they say. Yeah, I was just going through some verses, and I said, wow, this would be a good topic. Let's read these verses again. Break a little bit of this down. All right. It says, Ephesians chapter 6. What's the clock say on there? If the clock go off, I'll just put up a little part. Ephesians chapter 1, verse 6. To the praise of his glory, of his grace. Yeah, of his grace, man. His sweet love he has for us. Just get into that word grace. Okay, let's see it in Greek. Greek.
Charis.
Let's say it again.
Charis.
Charis, Gadis. Right? It says, Gadis, right? Grace, that which offer joy, pleasure, delight, sweetness, charm, loveliness, grace of speech, of goodwill, loving kindness, favor. That's the key word. Let me see. That have to be it. Let me see. That looks like it. Let's see.
Favor. Alright, that's that word right there. That stuck out to me. Favor. Of the merciful kindness by which God exerted. Let me see how to get that word right. And hold on. Exerting.
That's another one. Exerted. I was right. Exerting his holy influence. That's another word that stuck out in the word grace. For the word mercy, for grace. Influence upon souls, turned them to Hamashiach, kept, strengthened, increased in them, in Christians. Faith, alright? We know what this is about when it comes to faith, being faith-based. Alright, affection, the Lord, he has affection for us. Alright, let me see. We can go on and on, but those two words stuck out to me the most. It was favor, right? And influence. So,
And if he show favor to you, that means he's have mercy on you. All right. If he gave you, especially if he put the will, he put the will in you to do his work, he'll show favor to you. And he influence you too. How do he influence you? Through the apostles. They be out there in the highways, and that's a spirit booster. Right? And with fear. Alright. To the praise of glory in his grace, wherein in his favor, right? I could use that word, in his influence, he has made us accepted in the beloved, in whom we have redemption through his blood. This is what stuck out in this verse to me. Do we have redemption in his blood? Alright, let's get a little bit on the redemption. Alright, the word redemption is going to that in Greek.
Πολύτρωσης.
Polysousis. Alright.
Apollytrosis.
Apollytrosis. That's just Greek, I don't know. I'm not fluent in Greek, but Dawali Awashim for giving us the Urim and Thummim back. And this is a lower scale Urim and Thummim because it's a robotic thing. Just imagine if it was because you notice when you use this, it don't let you use the Hebrew language. You can't like Latin, like certain language you can use, but they don't let you use the Hebrew language in this robotic. This whatever this shit is called, the translator. All right, so like we had right, redemption. We're going to redemption, right? It says polyostosis, right? And it says releasing. All right, this is the all right, hold on. All right, it says I just see this word right, but that's what makes sure this is right. Look at this right here. This is dope right here. Hold on, let's let the robot say it. Look what it says.
A releasing effected by payment of ransom.
Duh, man. That's what happened when Yahushua died on that, when he got put on that cross, and his blood, when he was saved, he gave his life as the ultimate lamb. That's what happened. This is what happened.
A releasing effected by payment of ransom.
That's what he did. He put himself up there for ransom for us to the Lord. And it tells you. Let's get that verse real fast. It tells you in Isaiah. I love this verse too. This verse is bad, man, gem right here. This clarifies a lot. It said, damn, whatever verse said. I know it's in this chapter right here. And it says, it pleased the Lord to bruise him. Alright, that's it. It says in Isaiah chapter 53, verse 10. Yet it pleased the Lord to bruise him. He had put him to grief. When thou shalt make his soul an offering for sin, he shall see his seed, he shall prolong his days, and the pleasure of the Lord shall prosper in his hand. Right there. See, so that point was that it pleased him to bruise him. Alright? And it pleased the Lord that he went up there. There was a pleasure. It was a pleasure that for him to bring back us. He said, oh, you did that for them? Okay. Alright, so it's my pleasure to give you what you asked for. So it pleased the Lord that all that happened for him. All that happened to him. That he did that for his team. Alright? Because that's an honorable man. Ain't nobody like Yahushua. No one. And this is where we come in at. You know that? This is where we become, baby lambs to the big brother lamb. This is when we put our lives online. This is when it happened. This is when he got the first crown, the ultimate crown to beat death, And then we're gonna, because he speaks about, the scripture speaks about some will not see death, some will be put to death. And the first that's being put to death or that's dead, they're gonna rise first, and those that's alive will come after. So these things, this is what the scriptures, this is what the book has been speaking about. This is what they didn't want us to understand. All right. So yeah, he said he's the payment of ransom. Yahushua was that payment. Redemption, deliverance, liberator. Hold on, let's get this all this delicious in one scoop. It's delicious right here. Look at this. Look what it says right here.
Liberation procured by the payment of a ransom.
That's Yahushua. That's Yahushua. Alright, our liberator. Alright, so that was the point. Alright, so that's redemption. Alright, let's read from Ephesians chapter 1 verse 7. In whom we have redemption through his blood, the forgiveness of sins. I just read that. That's what when he went on that cross, that's, you even go through the 2/3, but 2/3 gonna come back around the next go around. But the 1/3 is gonna be up in those cherries drinking that young with Yahushua. They're gonna come down. They're gonna have that big party. That big great party's coming. And can you imagine waiting for your crown? And because he talks about I just read this yesterday. He said he's gonna come back for everybody's work. He's gonna come back with bearing gifts for everybody's work. All right, the ones that stood so stiffly. Right, and I've seen this. I seen this in my. I seen this, man, when I was a little boy, and I seen this like recently. Because I told you before, if I keep having the same dream over and over again. I keep having the same dream over and over again. That means it didn't happen yet. All right, this dream didn't happen yet. There was this men, just all in front of me, waiting for their glory. Thousands of men. And you see that one tall man, and he's someone. You can see those crowns, man. It's bright, man. The room is bright because of those bright burns. Yo, it's something about that word, man. Bright, man. When they put that word, when they put that bright burn, that they knew what it was talking about. I'm telling you. Because these Edomites, they be having visions too. Bright burn. And what they was doing, they probably saw the brightness of these men. They probably was burning them. The guy who made that movie probably saw, he said, yo, this is, whoever, I don't know, just in the spirit thinking about this, he probably saw the real glory, and he said, you know what, we can't bring it, and they probably said, they probably sat down, and they was like, oh, you know what, no. We're gonna make money off of this. Because them Jews always want to make money off of something. So they made money off of that. And how they make money off of that, they said, all right, we're gonna put this in a movie, but we're gonna name this Bright Burn, and we're gonna make millions of dollars, but this is for us to know what this is about. That son is coming back. But we can't show them he crashed, whatever. Man, you gotta know how to, read between the lines. There's serious thoughts about all these things, man. If I'm having these thoughts, if I know the other brothers is leveled up in thoughts, Alright, so for Ephesians chapter 1 verse 7, in whom we have redemption through his blood, the forgiveness of sins according to the riches of his grace, wherein he had abundant towards us. Right, that's abundant, right? Let me see. Abound, sorry. That's abound. Salakia.
Abounded.
Salakia. Abounded. Let's go into that real quick. See, fix. Alright, let's go into the word abound. Since we know we gotta get if we're gonna know the word, we gotta learn everything about that word. Let's get into the word abounded. Alright, hold on. Get into that a little bit.
Paraso.
Alright.
Peristable.
Perishable. Right? Let's get into that. Abounded, right? To exceed, to fix, number of measure. That's that 144,000. To be left over, to be left over and above a certain number. That's the 144,000 or measure. To be over, to remain